Before we begin this episode, we want to provide a content warning. This discussion includes mentions of domestic violence, child abuse, manipulation, and related sensitive topics. Your mental health is important. If you feel the need to skip this episode or step away at any point, please do so. Resources are available in the description below, and remember that you are not alone.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Girls and Gays Let's Talk. Today we're talking about the day we found out that our parents weren't heroes, they're just normal people.
Exactly. And, whenever we're kids, our parents, a lot of us think that, oh my gosh, they're superheroes. They're amazing. They know everything in the world there is to know. They protect us from everything. And then just one day something just kind of maybe they're not so perfect as I thought. And then you just kind of realize they're normal people with flaws and trying to navigate life. And you're like, okay.
Let's face it, people are awful.
Yes.
They are.
They truly are. Love them, but awful. So when did you realize that your parents?
I think the first time was, so my parents got divorced because my dad cheated.
Okay.
And during that divorce, it was messy as hell.
They always are.
I know. It was always so my dad, he didn't want my mom to take her company. She didn't want it. But to make sure that she didn't get it, he gave it away to his brother-in-law. And then after the divorce, he was supposed to take it back. But the brother-in-law didn't want to give it back.
He got screwed either way.
Yes, he kept it. And so it was that's what you get. Karma's a bitch.
But isn't doing that illegal?
Technically, yes. But the company, he never registered it. So it was, they just registered it. They finally registered it, and they registered it under his name, the brother-in-law. Even though he had nothing to do with the business.
So did the brother-in-law just kind of keep it? And
he kept it.
Did he run it down the drain?
No. He actually, I know, I would have loved that. But no, he kind of kept it the same. We did notice, my sister had mentioned it too. The last time we went to their house, they copied a lot of the things that we had at our house.
What?
My dad had built a big fire. Well, he didn't do it. He sent someone this big fire pit. Mm-hmm. And all around there was chairs and all that, all made of rocks.
So was this his brother or his sister?
How
are they related?
His sister's husband.
Oh, okay, so it was his sister's family. Oh my God. Why wouldn't he give it to his sister? Because I feel like a sister would be more than willing to.
Because they wanted to put it under a guy's name.
Ugh.
Hispanic, how
that is so stupid, honestly. He screwed himself with that.
Yeah, I know. So we're just that's what you get. So,
God.
Yeah. He actually also, so my parents were saving money for our college funds. Mm-hmm. And they weren't keeping it in the bank because they didn't want the taxes and all that. They didn't want them to know how much money he was actually making. Mm-hmm. So, tax fraud. And so they kept all the money in the bedroom. When he left, he took it all.
Are you kidding me?
And
did your mom report it?
No, she couldn't prove it.
Oh my God.
When you report
how much money was it? Do you know?
I have no idea. All I know is he used it to build a new house. For him and the lady he cheated with.
Are they married?
They got married and then they got divorced.
Common denominator there.
Yeah,
2 divorces under his belt.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm?
She's remarried now. Well, actually, so they're both were cheaters though, because she was also cheating when they met.
Okay, so how you get them is how you lose them.
Yes, but I think this time was so his law breaking caught up to him, and so he lost his legal citizenship and was forced to leave.
What?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yes.
What?
Because he was not a citizen; he was a resident.
So him cheating caused.
Well, it wasn't cheating; it was breaking the law. Eventually, he got caught.
How did? Oh, okay.
I'll tell you later what the law was.
Okay.
I just wouldn't say it here because it's not my business to tell.
So, for my realization, it's a bit darker. It's a bit more traumatic, you know? Mm-hmm. So we are going to put resources down below in the description. So it was whenever my dad, he was an alcoholic, he would come home drunk, and you know how that goes. But there was this one time that he was trying to get to my mom to physically hurt her. And my brother had gotten between them, and he was like, Dad, you're not going to hit Mom. And then my dad just grabbed him by the throat and pinned him up against the wall. And my mom doesn't remember this.
She doesn't?
No, she doesn't. You also got to keep in mind that, like,
so much trauma has happened.
Yeah. And that was like the first time that I realized my dad's not perfect. You know, like, I know my dad's an alcoholic. I know he does all this stuff, but seeing him do that to his son and just holding him up against the wall while like trying to get at my mom while my mom is like literally backed into a corner, because it was like the bed and then there was a little walkway and it was right there by the breaker. So my mom was like kind of trapped in. And that's whenever I realized that, you know, that's whenever the cape fell off, that, oh, you know, my dad's not a superhero. My dad's not going to do, you know, what a parent should about protecting. And that was the only time that he ever put his hands on any of us. And the other ones were like spankings, like if we got bad grades or anything. And yeah, that was kind of horrible. But
I think the most violent thing my dad did was I remember he was mad at my mom, I think, during the divorce or something. And he walked to our TV and smashed it to the ground.
Were you watching something?
We were playing the Wii.
Oh.
This is how long ago this was.
What?
We were playing the Wii.
How old were you?
I don't remember. I was like in elementary, I think.
Oh my God.
Or maybe middle school.
So that's the only violent thing he ever did?
Well, he did like you know, like spankings, things like that. But sometimes he did. Sometimes those did go a little far. Like he left the mark on me once. Yeah. Oh. And my mom like took me to the police station to report him.
Good. Your mom, like, she was like, we're ready to send this motherfucker back.
Yes. So yeah. So a lot of things happen.
Yeah. But whenever the cape came off for my mom was because we would like pack our stuff while my dad was at work, and then we would go to a shelter or something, or go stay with some family that was nearby. It was a very toxic, abusive relationship. So they do say that it takes 7 times for somebody to leave before like they're officially done with that person.
Yeah.
But one of those moments where I'm like, oh snap, like, you know, my mom isn't this rock star superstar, was we had packed everything up and we were just sitting in a parking lot and we're like, Mom, what are we doing? Where are we going? And she's like, I don't know. Because she didn't know where else to go. Because
she was stuck.
Yeah. So I just remember feeling like, dang, like she should know. Like, you know?
Yeah.
And it was heartbreaking. But I mean, looking back at it, I can understand it. But as a kid, that's like whenever I was like, oh my gosh, like she doesn't have all the answers, you know? Like she doesn't know what the next steps are.
Yeah, that's true. And then also back then, they don't have the resources you have today.
Yeah, we really don't. Like I mean, Google wasn't around. Like
you wouldn't know where to go.
Yeah, you
wouldn't know where to get help.
Yeah, you would have to go to the police station and the courthouse, file a protective order, and then they can give you resources there.
Yeah, and also those police like court orders, they don't stand very long.
Yeah, they really don't. They really don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you violate them, they don't really do much.
Yeah, and it sucks that it's like that. Yeah. But, you know, there were also like small funny moments that I had with my parents. Like, for instance, whenever I was a kid and we lived in this trailer, I fell through the floor twice. Okay. That is why I refuse to live in a trailer ever. The PTSD right there. And we didn't have like the AC or heater or anything. So we would have to do the AC units, and then we would have to bring in the heaters during winter. So it was like so cold, like all the stuff at the bottom, like the insulation was not. So it was like really fucking cold.
Oh, so it was like didn't have nothing underneath it.
Yeah, no, it didn't have any. So we were like fucking freezing.
Yeah.
And we would wake up, and then we would look around, and then I would run to the room, and then I'd go under the covers with my dad. And then I'm like, "You're so warm, Dad." He's like, "Yeah." And he used to call himself the warm. And he would always tell us stories like, "Oh, you know why I'm so warm? It's because I swallowed a heater whenever I was a little kid." And now, and like being like 5, 6, you're like, "Whoa, that is so cool that he can turn it on like that." But realizing as an adult, the only reason why he was warm is because
he drank so much.
No, is because he would stay under the covers while my mom would get out in like the cold and like start on breakfast so she can like warm up the house.
Because she was doing everything. Okay.
Yes. And I'm like, you mother effer.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, there were funny moments like that, but also realizing like the reality of it.
Yeah. So actually, I remember without one of those dumb lies that you believe just reminded me of one. So one time, me and my dad, and my little brother, we were all flying to El Salvador, where he's from. Mm-hmm. The plane started shaking.
Oh.
So he told me, it's because they're fixing the street underneath.
They're fixing the what?
The road underneath it.
Oh.
Because it was construction. That's what he told me. And I just was like, oh, okay. Didn't even think about it. And like an hour passed, and I was like, wait a minute, we're over the ocean. Like, that made no sense.
How long did it? But it didn't take you long.
It took me like an hour. It took me longer than it should have. And then he was like, you barely realized that now is what he told me. I was like, be quiet. Like, we're above in the air.
Oh.
I was scared. I believed you.
Yeah, because like as a kid, you believe what your parents say. And I mean, like, especially, and you know how people are like, oh, you should listen to your elders. They know things. And it's like, yeah, maybe back then, but like Google wasn't around. So what they say is like,
that's more accurate.
Really yeah. Like you can look it up and do the research yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Which I think was one thing my mom would always complain about, was she'd be like, the music these days are so dirty compared to music back then. Mm-hmm. I looked it up. I'm like, let's see what you used to listen to. And I played the music for her. It was like, isn't this talking about sex?
I love how you fact check your family like that.
I did. And she was like, she just got so quiet. She was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, what happened to music? You were so clean back then. Clearly it wasn't.
Amen. Jeez. But I mean, like, so for those things that your parents did that made you realize like they aren't superheroes, as an adult looking back now, what do you think about it?
I kind of think that they were just like my dad. I don't talk to him. Mm-hmm. To me, he's just an evil person that I don't want nothing to do with.
Yeah, understandable.
So I just avoid him at all costs.
Makes sense. And you know, it's wild because whenever I was 19, I was like, looked at where my life is. I'm like, I can't imagine having a kid right now, you know? And then whenever I turned 24, I was like, I can't imagine having 4 children right now. Yeah, I don't even know who the hell I am. Like, I'm just going through life. Like, I'm trying not to break down because I don't have money for gas. Yeah. But like to have 4 kids at 24, being with a very abusive man, and like being a stay-at-home mom as well, like I could not imagine. And it's like, how the fuck could they afford that?
Yeah, I know. Well, things were cheaper back then.
True. Very true. And I also feel like finances also have something to do with it, because like in the beginning, like my dad was a dick to my mom and everything, but whenever he started making money from welding and things like that, is whenever like it got so much worse.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Oh, because he felt privilege.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn. And I mean, him making that money did help, like whenever he got caught by immigration and everything, and they kept him in the detention center. And I mean, it did keep us afloat whenever we were, because my mom was like, I don't know what to do. Like, what are we supposed to do right now? Like, the person who goes to work, like, I need to go find a job. And like, who's going to hire somebody who has been home for 12 years, no work experience, no high school diploma? Like,
you're going to have to find something like, even these days, fast food require that.
Yeah.
A diploma.
Yeah. Well, you can lie. As long as you're not lying about a college degree. Like,
yeah, they don't fact check anything.
Yeah. And then on top of that, 4 kids, like trying to find something that worked with their schedule.
That's true.
And so then she started working in the cafeteria at the school, which were the perfect hours for her. Yeah. And then whenever my dad came home, she was able to quit her job. And then whenever things started getting really bad between them, and she like kind of got the vibe that they were officially going to get divorced, she started working for the school again as a custodian. So that way she can have the same hours as her kids that were in school.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. No, my mom actually, she started her own business after.
Really? What did she do?
She started cleaning houses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my dad owned his own landscaping company. And then my mom owned her own house cleaning company.
Housekeeping?
It was just cleaning the houses. It wasn't technically being housekeeping, but I don't know what it's called. But yeah, that's what she liked. That's what she did. Well, it's kind of, my grandmother owns her own company in that, and she used to work with my grandmother.
Oh, okay.
So she kind of just split from my grandmother and started her own.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
When are you going to start your own company?
When things are cheaper.
And do you have any idea what you're going to do?
I want to buy houses and rent them out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You want to be a landlord.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Side note, our AI episode about, what's his name? Abbott.
Yeah.
And the AI being like, we do not care. They are going to get deported no matter what. You know, that was AI. That was funny. Hee hee ha ha, you know.
It recently happened.
Yes, it recently happened in Washington, D.C. with 2 firefighters who are helping put out fires.
And I heard there actually were Native Americans.
That makes it so much worse.
I haven't fact-checked it to double check. Actually, let's check it right now.
Let's check it right now, okay?
But I was told they were Native Americans, and
they don't require like any kind of.
no,
they are,
but there were still questions.
Oh my god!
I know.
There's nothing.
There's not. It's probably
oh, here it is. Firefighters battling. It's not talking anything about. Let me type in ICE. Border Patrol arrested 2 crew workers helping battle Washington's biggest wildfire for being in the country illegally. Border Patrol on Wednesday arrested 2 crew workers helping to contain. There is dispute that he was already on track for legal status.
Oh, so he wasn't Native American.
Yeah, doesn't look like it without offering details. Several discrepancies were identified. The 2 individuals were found to be present in the United States illegally, one with a previous order of removal. Department of Homeland Security said in a statement Thursday the 2 contracted workers arrested were there in a support role cutting logs into firewood, according to the senior DHS officials. Firefighters' response remained uninterrupted the entire time. Senior DHS, okay. Oh my God, the fire already burned 9,000 acres in the Olympic National Forest.
Dang.
What the? Verify the identities for all personnel present due to the remote location of the work site.
Yeah, so they like went just for them. They were remote.
Oh my God. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? But America's not bringing their best. I mean, Mexico's not bringing their best.
It's actually, I saw this comedian talk about that. He said that it's funny that Trump says that because Europeans didn't bring their best either.
Ain't that the truth?
It was the poor and the people that couldn't survive in England.
And they brought
them
freaking lice and diseases over here.
It's like, why was somebody that was filthy rich in England get on a boat where they might die to come to America?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was the people that couldn't feed their families. It was the people just like the people that come here now.
Yeah, exactly. That is disgusting.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how the history changes.
Yeah, it is.
They teach you they came here because it was manifest destiny, whatever. It was destiny that God brought us here.
Yeah.
Most of our founding fathers weren't even Christians. So.
God. So did you see that Oklahoma is wanting like people, teachers?
The all-white thing? Oh, no.
No. So Oklahoma is wanting to like test teachers from like New York and California whenever they want to come and be teachers. Mm-hmm. They want to test them for being too woke and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I heard
but get this shit. Oklahoma just hired a shit ton of teachers from Mexico because they don't have enough teachers.
Yes.
So, and they're like, oh, we just want to use this as a wake up call so we can get some help over here in Oklahoma. Fucking do better. Like, offer better pay for these teachers. Like,
they're cutting their funding and then surprised that they're leaving.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
It is. And it's not a safe place to work either. There's more school shootings than anything.
I know. The one in Minneapolis at the church.
Yes. Well, that was a church.
The person's mom was a teacher at the school.
Really?
Yeah, but they weren't, the person's mother wasn't working that day.
Dang.
Oh my God. And did you see that little girl who was shot and there was a bystander and she was just like, hold my hand, please. Just hold my hand.
No, I haven't seen a lot about it.
Sad. And then I saw people in comments that were talking about the lady who took off her shoes and started running to the school, like trying to get into the school. Mm-hmm. A lot of people in the comments are like, we should start, we should start this, not organization, but we should start this movement where is it going to take all of us women running across the United States barefooted to like, for change to actually happen. And I'm like,
no, I don't think it would do anything.
Yeah, no, because then just something else is going to be catching our attention.
Yeah, look at all the marches that have already happened and nothing has changed.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing's going to change until it affects the people in charge.
Yeah. I just, I watched a few minutes of Hamilton and just seeing how far away from what we originally wanted, it's so depressing.
Yeah.
It is so depressing. Like
the way they changed the maps in Texas.
Oh, gerrymandering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, California is going to be doing it too. And so is Chicago.
Yeah.
But Illinois.
The thing I found funny, the sad thing about the Texas one is that now I was looking at the statistics about it, and it would take 5 black people to equal 1 white person.
I saw that.
And it would equal 3 Hispanics to equal 1 white person.
Yeah. I don't understand that logic. I honestly, I don't understand. Like,
but I do have seen the map, like the new color. You know how like they show like deep red and all that, and the blue and all that. They kind of made them all look more towards white. Like when now people actually voted, it could switch. God. So I don't think they were very smart with it.
Yeah, that's what somebody was talking about, like how possibly Texas is going to gain 5 Democratic seats instead.
Because of the new map, because of how they stretched it too thin.
Yeah.
Because they counted all the Mexicans that voted for Trump.
Yeah.
But because of how things are going, they're saying maybe they're not going to vote for Trump this time.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
And so it could flip.
Okay. So here's the thing, people that are listening from outside of Texas. If you want to move to Texas, look at the voting map. and move to where it's red, please.
Yeah. Well, there's only one blue section, and it's downtown Houston.
In Dallas.
And in Austin.
Yeah.
That's
like the
it.
major cities where everybody is.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I don't think that, because land doesn't fucking vote. Land does not vote.
It doesn't.
Okay. Land does not vote.
Yeah.
I think that we should do. Well, then again, he won the popular vote, allegedly.
I don't know if he did or didn't.
He did.
Yeah, you're right.
But
it could have been. Let's face it, America's not ready for a female.
Yeah, and notice that he only won whenever he went up against women.
Yeah.
Whenever he lost, he went up against a man.
Yeah.
Because like you said, America's not ready for a woman president.
No.
Madam President.
No. They want a straight man up there, and that's it.
God.
We got lucky and got a black man in there. That's about as far as it's going to get. We would not get a Hispanic man up there either. Not in this time.
Have you heard about Gavin Newsom?
What do you do?
People are talking about how he's like on the road to running for president. And after we had a deranged Republican...
Yeah.
Where they're like, what's going to come out of this deranged Republican crazy?
I have been loving his tweets though.
Honestly, yeah, you're not wrong.
They're so funny. And then it's funny like how Fox gets so angry at what he's texting and what he's like tweeting. And I'm just like, he sounds just like Trump. Like he's making fun of you.
Oh my God.
And I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Sending everything in capital letters. Calling him President Small Hands.
Oh my God. That's funny.
It's so petty and I love it.
Yeah. I don't even know where the United States is going to be. Like,
no.
Have you heard the theories of Trump, the White House making an announcement about Trump's passing?
I have looked into that. I have been following it just because the pictures they put out turned out to have been like from years ago.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. But, I started following the White House on Twitter and I have their notifications on. And I'm like just waiting for the announcement, you know?
He's dead.
Yes. And then this one like kind of crushed my spirits. I'm like, this is not why I followed y'all. And it was, let's see, President Trump is back, and so is more money in your pockets. Wages are skyrocketing, and American workers are winning big. And I'm like, no, you weren't supposed to announce that. But then again, it's like, is JD Vance is JD Vance worse?
Just as bad. It'd be just as bad, to be honest. I think he's just another idiot.
That's depressing.
I think didn't Trump say he got JD Vance just because they knew they wouldn't get rid of him? Mm-hmm. Just because JD Vance would be worse at it.
Yeah.
And that's your own person. I think your own vice president.
God, at least Mike Pence stood for something.
Yeah,
honestly,
I would rather have had Mike Pence than President Trump.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, he didn't overthrow the results. Like
no,
what
he took a stand and said no.
Yeah, and remember whenever Biden was getting out of office, he was like, "I need all government officials, like in the military, remember your oath to America."
Yeah, they are sworn to the Constitution, not to the president.
Yeah. And then, like, you saw how in Washington, D.C., they have... the
military there, but they're only cleaning the parks. They're not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, I saw somebody on TikTok, they were recording, and they were like, hey, man, like, what are you doing? Like, Washington, D.C. isn't bad. And then the person, it was a group of 3 of the military people. Mm-hmm. They're like, okay, yeah, here's our, basically, here's our manager's phone number. Go ahead and call them and let them know that. And like, people are like, they even realize how ridiculous it is for them to be there in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. It's wasting time. It's wasting money.
Yeah.
Like it costs a lot of money to keep them there.
And then they're sending more to Chicago in a week. And then there's supposed to be some in Houston.
Yes, I heard that.
And I'm like,
Like, well, why? Well, Houston, we do have shootings. I'll give you that. But Dallas does too. So
yeah. But here's the thing. Okay. You know, for a fact, if it was Biden doing this, everybody would be losing their fucking minds.
Like, how dare he come to Texas? Like, it'd be a huge thing.
Yeah. And I remember, like, I knew people who were, like, pro-Trump and everything. And they would be like, oh, well, you know, Biden's going to be declaring martial law. Biden's going to be making us white people slaves. And I'm like,
you're dumb.
Yeah. I'm like, do you not realize how ridiculous that sounds?
I think it's also funny how they're still waiting on the Doge checks.
What?
That they were going to be giving. Well, they had said that.
Oh, the Doge, joke. Yeah.
The Doge was going to be saving us so much money and that it was going to give everybody a check. And then they said only certain people were going to get a check, and it turned out to only be the rich people.
Wow. Wow. That is all I can say. But I'm like, funny. I don't know, dude. What am I supposed to do to help the United States? Like, if I try to do anything, if I try to take a stand for something, I'm going to be looked at as like a...
Crazy.
No, not crazy, but as a threat. You know, anybody who tries to make a stand, because I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was like, you know, for a fact, if we try to do the same thing that our founding fathers did whenever they realized how corrupted the freaking king and queen was, they would be looked at as, what's the word?
Marxist.
I don't know what that means.
Pretty much just like here, let me look at the actual definition. I don't want to give you the wrong thing.
They would be looked as treasoners.
Yeah, treasoners.
And I don't know. Does anybody know how we can help the United States? How we can... I don't know. This just got depressing.
Marxist is a person who believes in Marxism, a social, political, and economical physiology that analyzes society based on class struggles and economic inequality, advocating for revolution to replace capitalism with a classless community society where the means of production are owned by the workers.
Like trickle down economics, you know, right?
That doesn't work. But no.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, but that sounds like it's actually trickle down economics.
No, it's more like a world where like the owners of the corporation, it wouldn't be the CEO, it would be like the employees.
Oh. You know, there's this girl on TikTok who does that, where she has the same pay as all of her workers, and they all get benefits. And then if they have, like, after everybody gets paid and everything, their bonus for the year, they can pick like what to get. And like sometimes they'll be like, oh, you know, we're going to go ahead and get everybody new cars. This is like your max. Or, you know, should we add better mental health services, like make it free for our health care? And like they all make that decision together. And there was this like really rich CEO who did the same thing, where he makes the same amount of money as every single person in his company. And a lot of people are telling him, you're crazy. This isn't going to work, you know? And he said he saw their productions just went up. Like, you know, because everybody was
happy to be there.
Yeah. People were buying houses. More people were having kids in the company. You know, and because they now knew that they were going to make that much money, and everybody was making that much money.
Having kids is down right now.
Yeah.
It's dropped down even more.
Yeah, I saw it because
people can't afford it.
Yeah. People cannot afford it.
So we don't have to be heroes for anyone because we don't have kids. Don't get us canceled. We can't play songs.
You can't play it, but I can sing it.
No, technically you can't because it's owned by somebody.
Okay, what about the alphabets?
I don't know. Well, at least we don't have to be heroes since nobody's having kids, and we don't have to be heroes for them like our parents were for us.
Exactly. And realizing that our parents are humans doesn't excuse everything that they did or didn't do. It just kind of means holding space for both truths and You know, they were doing the best with what they had.
Yeah,
And we're allowed to do better.
that's true.
And with everything that we know now, I think we'll be able to be good.
Yes, by not having any children.
Yes.
Avoiding the kids. Then my dog is my child now.
My dog is my child. I got two.
Oh, have fun, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.
That's it for today's episode of Girls and Gays Let's Talk. Thanks for hanging out with us.
If something we said hit home or made you laugh, cry, or text your toxic ex, you know what to do.
Leave us a review, share the episode with your favorite chaotic friend, and don't forget to follow us on socials for behind-the-scenes drama and messy opinions.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Until then, stay loud, stay soft, and stay exactly who you are.
Bye.
Bye.